Yo, what is up, guys? It is Ripper, and here with a new video for you all today. And guys, we got us a fun one. This is going to be sports related today, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, we are going into the 2024 NFL season. What do I think is going to happen? Who's going to be good? Who's going to be bad? Now, normally there's a lot of times people do, well, maybe they'll get 1 to 10 wins, 10 to 20, 10 to 17 wins, 1 to 5 wins, whatever. Instead of doing how many wins are you going to get, we're going to do different categories. It's going to be Super Bowl favorites, Super Bowl contenders, playoff teams, potential wild cards, missing playoff teams, mediocre at best, young but intriguing, and number one pick contention, which basically means you suck, you're probably going to get number one pick. So we're going to have fun with this, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Before anybody says anything, I'm a Packers fan, and I'm honestly going to be fair. You may hate where I put them. You may dislike where I put them. Packers fans may love or hate it. Guys, I'm going to be brutally honest about them. What do I think about them? And overall, okay? So if there's any of Packers fans watching, all that stuff, I'm going to be fully fair in this. It's not going to be biased, I promise, okay? Truly, I promise that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, let's hop into this maybe controversial video. All right, so we are here, and you see the tiers that we're picking from. We have Super Bowl favorites, Super Bowl contenders, playoff team, potential wild cards, missing playoff team, mediocre at best, young but intriguing, number one pick contention. So, New Orleans Saints. Man, I'm just going to be honest with you. Their division, I mean, is pretty much a bad division. I think kind of seeing what they have done, I think they're, good. But the Bucs are still in their division. I think that's going to hurt. And honestly, the Falcons are going to be the worst in the division, my prediction. So I think the Saints have a chance. So honestly, my prediction for them is actual potential wild cards because their division is so bad. I have a little faith they can do something there because there's definitely stuff that ain't going to go good. Staying in their division, let's just start automatically with the Falcons. And I'm sorry to the Falcons fans, you're not going to like this. Yeah. Just kidding. I'm gonna be fair. I don't think you're mediocre, but I don't think you're gonna make the playoffs. I think with Kirk Cousins, yeah, it's great. I think it's a QB upgrade. I just don't think they are wild card potential. I don't think they have enough weapons for him. I think also you guys drafting Michael Penix Jr. kind of set you guys up for failure, and I stand by that. I'm sorry. So automatically Falcons, missing playoff team. We're gonna do Bengals. Bengals when they're healthy. Joe Burrow. When Joe Burrow is healthy, right away, playoff team, could be Super Bowl contender level team, right? This for me is where they lie between quality. Like if there was a tier in between here, maybe like could be Super Bowl, but depends on injury type thing. This is where they'd be. So I'm going to say for the sake of in the video, he is healthy. Let me make that clear. This is a video of everybody's healthy, okay? Same thing when we get to the Jets. If healthy, meaning if health comes into play, my list could be totally messed up. So I'll make that clear. So if healthy, Super Bowl contenders, not Super Bowl favorites, Super Bowl contenders. Now we're going to get to the Ravens. Ravens, last year, they did great until they got to the Chiefs. And then they struggled. But I still think going into next season, I still think they're as good, and honestly, I'm going to stick with it. I think that they are, for sure, at least Super Bowl favorites. Now, Denver Broncos. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's going to hurt. For the Broncos fans, right? You guys drafted, what was it, Bo Nix? Which, great. You needed a quarterback. But I'm not expecting any wild card from you. I'm not expecting you to even be in the category of you could make the playoff / wild card, but I don't want to expect that. So I'm going to say because of this tier list category, there's no tier in between missing playoff. You have to kind of be mediocre at best. New York Giants. This is going to sound crazy. Low key. Just kidding. You're not that bad. Sorry. I'm just going to say it. You're definitely mediocre. I don't think you're number one pick bad, but you're definitely mediocre. So, I mean, honestly, it's crazy. You could possibly be down here. For the sake of this video, I'm sorry. I have to put you down here. I can't. I think I have more faith in the Broncos than you. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I really can't. Yeah, I really can't do it. I'm honestly going to get rid of that row because I don't really like the young at best. But I think I'm going to do this. So we're going to stick with this. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's staying there. Miami Dolphins. Let's just talk about y'all. So Tua Tagovailoa's contract is coming up, and it's still in debate. Should he get a contract extension? You guys got some pretty good picks. You got some trades that are nice, but you guys, when it comes to Tua, he can't win a cold game. And the issue, and I know some Dolphins fans are mad at me about for that, he needs to do it again and prove it. He had a great season last year, beating bad teams. Also lost in cold regularly. So in my opinion, they're not a playoff team, but they're also not missing playoff. I think they'll make wild card for sure. So I'm going to say wild card respectfully when I say that, because I have a Dolphins fan who's going to watch this. This is no disrespect. Just until Tua can win a cold game, they should not be in Super Bowl team, right? LA Rams. I think this is kind of a low-key sleeping horse in this game, a sleeping giant, you could call him. So this team's always good, and I mean, with the pickups they got this year, I think they're even better. So I think the LA Rams are going to be a playoff team this year. Tampa Bay Bucks. Let's talk about you. Your division ain't that good, but you guys are probably the best team in your division. I think automatically making you a playoff team. Very straightforward. Lions. Man, the things y'all been able to do is crazy. Honestly, I think the Lions are still a very good team. They just signed, or they just extended. Sorry, not signed, but technically extended Jared Goff. I think $170 million, which is crazy. I think they should be, personally, when it comes to NFC, definitely Super Bowl favorites. Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy. I don't think you're Bronco bad. I don't think you're Giants bad, but I don't think you're wild card. I think you are a team that's probably going to miss playoffs. I think you guys are probably going to finish last in the division this year. My prediction of this division is still Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings. So for that reason, you will be missing the playoffs. I can't put you mediocre because you still got Jay Jetta's on that team. As long as he's on there, you're good. As long as once Jay Jetta leaves, you're going down there. Sorry. But you guys still have Jay Jettas. I'm going to keep y'all there. Chicago Bears, man. Again, my prediction is they'll finish third in the division. But Caleb Williams, this is an interesting one. So because of how bad the NFC North is, I think they're pretty much set up to do pretty well. But because it's Caleb Williams' first season, I think they miss playoffs. But talk to me in 2025, I may have a different opinion. I think they're going to do better than last year, but I don't think they're going to make wild cards. I think they will be a missing playoff team this year, but you never know. Could be wrong. San Francisco 49ers. Let's just get the Super Bowl favorites out of the way, right? I think as long as they have that team, which they still have a very good team going to next year. Again, next year for them, even maybe a different conversation because there's some people that are up for signing, especially some extensions that could decide their fate. But until that, they are definitely Super Bowl favorites in the NFC. Philadelphia Eagles. Man, they had a rough season last year. They went from Super Bowl to pretty horrific season and to Jason Kelce retiring. So looking at it, they said, okay, we need Saquon Barkley, which is a great pickup. So right away, I think that they are a Super Bowl contending team. Again, with the NFC being how it is, I think that automatically, the NFC is easier than the AFC. So right away, I think the Eagles still have a fair shot. Oh boy, where do I go with y'all? Let's go Patriots. Let's go Patriots. Honestly, y'all didn't impress me too much. I will say getting rid of Mac Jones, very good for you. I'm going to say for the first season, we don't know until next year, but this season, I'm going to say mediocre at best. Sorry. Washington. I think because, again, they're also new, young, and I don't think they have too many weapons on that team yet, I'm going to say mediocre at best as well. Raiders. Oh, boy. I'm sorry, Raiders. You're not going to like me. I don't think you're mediocre, but I don't expect crazy things from you personally, so I'm going to say missing playoffs. Cardinals. The man should be coming back, right? Kyler Murray. He should be the starter for the rest of the season next year. I think crazy. I'm going to say wild card team for the Cardinals. They just got Marvin Harrison Jr. You give Kyler Murray that type of weapon, I think they are a wild card team. Oh man. Pittsburgh Steelers. I wouldn't say Packers. We're going to do Steelers first here. The Steelers, man, they had a great, I think, overall draft and a great offseason getting Justin Fields in that. I think it's crazy, but for sure, I'm going to say wild card team. Bills. I mean, it's Josh Allen. Until Josh Allen proves me wrong, they're always a playoff team. I don't think they're Super Bowl favorites, but they're definitely a playoff team. Chiefs. Let's just put them where they are. It's Patrick Mahomes. As long as he's the quarterback, they will be Super Bowl favorites going forward. I don't think there's lots to talk about. They're just that good. And that's all I'm going to say about them. They're that good. So we're going to save these people because I think there's going to be some conversation to have about these people. So let's go to Chargers. Just got Harbaugh. I think with Justin Herbert and Mr. Harbaugh, who guys came off of Michigan, I think this is going to be an interesting team, but I don't think it's going to be easy for them. I think it's going to be a little bit of a process. But knowing their coaching, I think they have a shot, but they could charger their way out. If anybody knows NFL, you guys automatically know. Chargers like to charger. I'm going to say wild card team. Definitely, I think they make playoffs this year, but I don't think they're like deep playoff type team. I think they're more wild card. We're going to do Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson, man. I haven't seen a lot from him. I don't think he's going to be crazy. I think there's still some question marks about him and his skill, I think, overall. So I'm going to say wild card team as well. Seattle. This may surprise y'all. I think they're a missed playoff team this year. I think they're going to miss the playoffs, but I think if they miss it, it's going to be by like a hair. It's like that small they miss it, personally. The Colts, Anthony Richardson. This is a rough one. So when it comes to AR, I think when he's healthy, he could bring them to definitely a playoff team. Like that's how good and that's how much potential I think there is in him. But until he proves it, they are going to be a wild card team. And that is no disrespect to him. He just needs to prove it to me. So for that, I'm going to say wild cards. And also depends on health, right? I think if he stays healthy, he's that good. We're going to do the Panthers. I'm not joking when I say this. They're not good. Bryce Young is not good. So I'm sorry, but you can't prove to me that Bryce Young has proven that he's good. You can't prove to me that that team has gone better. So for that reason, the Panthers, you could be getting number one pick again. Replace Bryce Young could be an option. Just saying. Jaguars, T-Law, man. This sucks because T-Law, isn't he like the last quarterback from the 2021 draft, if I'm correct, that's actually not traded and starting? So I have my concerns with T-Law. I don't think that he's as good as people make him out to be. The Jags fans too are so split between, oh, but look at him play. You can see it with your eyes, and he has skill. And then there's the side of, well, look at his stats. They're not good. I'm on the side of, I see with my eyes, he's not good. So for that opinion, I think either mediocre at best, and I don't think T-Law is going to be their future, at least until he proves it. Again, I could be wrong, but he needs to prove it. That's the point of this. Tennessee Titans, man. What do you expect? I'm just genuinely curious. You guys traded Derrick Henry away, literally your entire offense. I don't expect anything crazy from you. You could borderline be #1 pick level bad, and I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think you're down there. I think you're mediocre. Whoo, Texans, baby. Man, I'm just going to put them right away where I think they are. They're a playoff team. I don't have enough faith to make them Super Bowl, but I think they are for sure. They're young. They're gritty, man. They're so skilled. CJ Stroud is phenomenal. I do think CJ Stroud is already better than T-Law. Like, that's how good this quarterback he is. And surprisingly should have been #1. If I'm a Panthers fan, man, I must be pissed to say that. But I have serious faith in CJ, so playoff team. New York Jets. You know what? We're going to get to that, actually. We're going to start with the Cowboys. Because New York Jets have my Aaron Rodgers, so we're going to do that in a minute. Cowboys. I mean, what do we do with y'all? Y'all didn't decide to pick up an actual good running back and basically said, we're going to bring back a veteran who averaged like 3-point-something yards a carry. Didn't really impress me. Y'all let some of your good people go. Just let them walk. And just right now, just don't want to re-sign/extend Dak Prescott. So I hate to say it. I think because you're lucky that the NFC is so bad, I think you're wild card. But I wouldn't be surprised if you miss the playoffs. But I think, again, I have faith enough you'll probably make the wild cards. New York Jets. Again, let me make this clear. This is with Aaron Rodgers healthy. This is with everyone on this roster. That means Lamar staying healthy. That means Mahomes somehow staying healthy. That means Joe Burrow staying healthy. That means Jalen Hurts staying healthy, right? That means AR, Anthony Richardson, staying healthy, right? Like, so this all depends on health. So based off health, I wouldn't put them as favorites, but I would for sure put them as contenders. They should be Super Bowl contenders. I think they're that good, and I think Aaron Rodgers is that good. I still love Aaron Rodgers. I think he deserves the praise, and by all means, for sure deserves to be in Super Bowl contender. Green Bay Mother-Loving Packers. Okay. Super Bowl favorites, boys. Again, no bias here, ladies and gentlemen. No bias. Totally deserves it. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I'm going to be fair. I don't think they're actually Super Bowl favorites. Before anybody gets mad about typing it, listen, this will tell me if you really watch to the end of the video. I don't think they're Super Bowl favorites. Chill out. I don't even think they're contenders, okay? But I do think they're playoffs. And here's why. Number one, I'm just going to point something out. They've proven they can win in cold and hot weather. That's a big thing, and it sounds crazy, but teams need to be able to play in both conditions, okay? Number two, Jordan Love has proven that he can actually do things that other quarterbacks cannot do, like an Aaron Rodgers and a Mahomes. When you see the type of throws he does where it's like a sidearm throw mid-run, that's something that takes veterans years to do. And he learned it within 3 years of sitting behind somebody. You know what I mean? So that alone to me proves he's that skilled. Secondly, with him, the thing that we're going to be looking at with him is that he's also proven when it comes to overall leadership, he can lead that team and make them such a, let me put it this way. They could be down and he's still going to step out there and be like, hey guys, chin up, we're winning this thing, and did it. And I have more faith in them than the Bears. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. I will say that as a non-bias, as Bears slander. I have a lot more faith in Jordan Love than Caleb Williams. Sorry, I'm just going to say that. That could come back to haunt me, but I'm going to stand by that now. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my tier list. Let me know what y'all think. What would you change? What are y'all tier lists? Share it on the socials, on the Twitter, all the fun stuff. Please tag me on your tier list. I'm very curious to see what you guys would put. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Team Ripper, I hope you have a good rest of the day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.